Mike Shanahan Tuesday fired after 14 years as head coach of the Denver Broncos. We're here to discuss it. Jason Horowitz, CBS Sports' Charley Casserly. Glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com. And Charley, Pat Bowlen, the owner, when you look at his decision, do you think it came down to it's time for a change with head coach Mike Shanahan, or it's time for a change with general manager and vice president Mike Shanahan?
Well, this is all speculation on my part because I haven't talked to either party. But a couple of things. One, I noted he's looking for a general manager, so he wants to split the duties there. And it could have been a situation where, you know, we've gone 3 years here now, and we're a 500 team, and I don't see us getting any better. Mike Shanahan is a terrific head coach, Hall of Fame coach. Personally, I wouldn't have fired him. I didn't agree with that. I thought he did one of his better coaching jobs this year to get to 8-8 with all the injuries he had. But I'm sure what the owner had to look at is, you know, why are we struggling? We're struggling because of defense. We don't have personnel. Our personnel over there isn't as good as it should be. We've drafted players, they're not playing for us. We've signed players, they're not playing for us, or they're not any good. I don't see this getting any better. Time for a change, okay? And it's a tough move on the owner's part. I mean, he likes Mike Shanahan, and you know he's owes him $20 million reportedly over 3 years. So he's not doing this for economics.
No, certainly not. And obviously, in these times, that's not the reason you would make a decision like that. But Charley, when you look at the speculation that all of this started because Pat Bowlen wanted Mike Shanahan to let go of some of his defensive staff, and Shanahan said no. Do you buy into some of that?
Well, no, I've seen those situations happen where owners come in and they want owners come in, and what they want to do is say, hey, you've got to make this move, and the head coach has it in his contract. This isn't the first time this has happened. I've seen this happen many times in the league where a head coach says, no, I'm not going to do it. And, of course, he can walk out with the money because that's a violation of his contract if the owner tries to interfere with something like that. So I could see that happening.
Where do you think the best fit is for Mike Shanahan? Because obviously, with the way Shanahan is and the way people talk about him around the league, has a fire. He wants to coach. He's extremely competitive. We know that. You just have to look at Shanahan against the Raiders to know that he's competitive. Where do you think is a good fit for him around the league right now?
Well, I think, first of all, any place is a good fit for him because the guy is a heck of a football coach. Now, I think each situation is unique. In the Jets, hey, they need a quarterback. They have enough of a team around them to be a playoff team. They got to get a quarterback. He has worked with young quarterbacks. He's worked with old quarterbacks. So if you can find a quarterback, the Jets are number one right there. Cleveland has a couple of quarterbacks that he can work with there. So that's a possibility. In a Kansas City, you're right in the division. A young guy, Tyler Thigpen. I just don't get a feeling that's a match because that is a massive rebuilding job, which they've already undertaken and made progress on. I'm not sure Mike Shanahan, with his mindset being a veteran coaches I've been around aren't into starting from scratch. They want something that's close to win right away. They don't want to spend 2 or 3 years getting to that point.
But do you think it's going to have to be a place where he can also have GM duties like he has had in Denver?
That's hard to say because a lot of times with coaches on, quote, the rebound, they'll say, hey, I don't have to have control as long as I can have input. So I don't know that he will go in and demand that. Again, I don't know that. I haven't talked to him yet. But a lot of times, second time around, they don't demand that. They want input. Bill Parcells, hey, when he went to Dallas, he didn't have final say in things. He had input, and it worked. So I think that's kind of a situation that he may be agreeable to, but it might be the only one that he has that people are going to offer him too.
All right, we'll see how things play out with Mike Shanahan, and of course, for more on this story or anything else with the Denver Broncos or any of the other coaching changes around the league, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. For Charley Casserly, I'm Jason Horowitz. I'm sure we'll hear more about this on the NFL Today on Sunday before the Dolphins and the Ravens. Take care, folks.